What's up, everybody? It is Tuesday, February 2nd. You know, it's still snowing here in New York, man. It's been snowing for 3 days. I envy you if you're in someplace warm. I wish I was there. All right, let's go. Market had a big day today, big day up. I'm telling you, folks, I'm going to talk about the Reddit meme stocks in a second. But whoo, the fiscal's blowing through the roof, folks. Spending now up 635 billion. I mean, it's really accelerating now. 635 billion over where we were last year. The deficit was at 825 billion. Now, this is important because a couple of weeks ago, I was a little bit concerned that the deficit had kind of stalled out. Remember what the deficit is. That is net spending. That is spending in excess of taxes. So that's a net transfer to the economy. So you want to see that keep increasing. That's bullish, and it's at 825 billion. That's good. What else? The growth rate of spending now, excuse me, 39.6% year over year. This beats what we saw last year at the time of the stimulus, the 2.1 trillion stimulus, when it went up to like 38% year over year growth rate, now almost 40. Wow. And more is coming. I mean, we're going to have a boom. The inflation impulse, I think, is really going to accelerate, which has very important implications for the markets. If you want to find out what those implications are, go to my website, sign up for a 30-day free trial of MMT Trader. Now, let's talk about these Reddit meme stocks, you know, GameSpot, AMC, BlackBerry, Nokia. Unfortunately, they came crashing back down to earth. Silver, too, had a big pullback, but GameSpot is down 80% from its highs. AMC down 60% from its highs. BlackBerry down 53% from its highs. Nokia down 32% from its highs. And I'm kind of saddened by this. Like, I'm cheering for the little guy, although I help a lot of little guys with my service. And that really gives you don't have to rely on, you know, special situations that are maybe there for a little while but then disappear. I mean, when you got the macro picture, you're set. Man, if you have the macro picture and you have the mental game, you're set. I mean, you literally can generate wealth for yourself. Looking for these, you know, short-term fixes. I'm happy that some of the little guys made money, but as you could see, a lot of people jumped in. They put in big money. I mean, I read a story about one kid who took out a second mortgage on his parents' home without his parents knowing about it. Man. And put it all into GameSpot. I hope that's not a true story, but I read that. And, you know, I don't know how much damage it did to these hedge fund operators. Apparently, the one hedge fund, Melvin Capital, that was short 140% of GameSpot, they blew out. Now, I heard conflicting figures. First, I thought they blew out completely. Then I heard they blew out 50% of their capital. They did get a capital infusion from Citadel and also from Stevie Cohen, who used to run SAC Capital. Now he has 0.72 asset management. You know that guy? He owns the Mets now. He's a billionaire worth something like, I don't know, 18 or 20 billion or something like that. Small potatoes on the billionaire scale, but still, that's respectable money. But he made it with insider trading. He paid 1.8 billion as a fine to the SEC to settle, and that's the thing that really makes me mad. Like, these guys settle. They don't go to jail. Little small fry people go to jail. These guys pay 1.8 billion, they settle, and then he buys the Mets. And like I said yesterday, this guy, Gabe Plotkin, who was the guy running this Melvin Capital, the firm that had the 140% short position against GameSpot. He received insider information when he was a trader at SAC Capital, when he was at Stevie Cohen's firm. I mean, it is insidious. These people are criminal. They need to be locked up. There is no economic value to what they do. None whatsoever. And don't give me this crap about short sellers expose fraud. That's nonsense. Was GameSpot a fraud? No, that's a legitimate company. Yeah, maybe in the throes of downsizing brick and mortar stores and pandemic, but there's 15,000 people employed by GameSpot. They're going through a whole reorganization. They're refashioning themselves as a kind of a social gathering place for gamers. I'm not saying it's going to work, but this company is still in existence. And to short it 140% is kind of like financial warfare. It was a strategy intended to drive that company out of business. So don't tell me it's about uncovering fraud. You know, we have a massive economy, most of which is not publicly traded, and businesses go out of business every single day without people, speculators, attacking them. It's disgusting. Anyway, the dollar, let's talk about the dollar. Folks, I'm going to say it again. I've said it so many times. This is a counter trend rally in the dollar. This is a bear market rally. I don't know how far it will carry. I suspect on the dollar index, maybe like 92, 93, something like that. But the underlying fundamentals of rapidly expanding fiscal and trade deficits, those are bearish fundamentals. It's very basic macroeconomics. Those are bearish fundamentals for the currency. Some other things I wanted to talk about. I don't have the time today, but interesting comments coming out of Treasury from Yellen that Treasury intends to draw down its account at the Fed. You know, there's like 1.6 trillion in there. It ran way up when Mnuchin was at Treasury. You know, historically, the Treasury's account at the Fed has like 300 billion. Maybe sometimes it pops up to 400 billion, very rarely. But he ran it up to over 1.8 trillion. It's got 1.665 trillion right now. So they have, they're saying they're going to cut down Treasury issuance significantly. Now that could be problematic. And if you want to find out why, go to my website, pitbulleconomics.com. Sign up for a 30-day free trial of MMT Trader. All right, everyone. I made a new podcast today, but it'll be out tomorrow. I'll remind you. Take care. Bye-bye.